All right. Welcome, welcome. The coach just feels so good. Yeah. I'm right here, and no better way to start off the show. I'm kind of waiting on two of my compadres to show up because the coach is going to get live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Yeah, but no better way to start off the show than sing y'all a little song. Leaving, let's see, leaving YouTube chat room. YouTube chat room's where I go. Leaving YouTube chat room. YouTube chat room's where I'll go. You got a bunch of squarehead trolls, and coach is just gonna say no. Well, I might take a bus and I might take a train. How do you idiot trolls troll me? You must be insane. Oh, I know. I won't stay. Hey, Lala, I sent you the link. All right, you already got your email. Because I'll be sure to come back when, I don't know when I'll come back. Aaron Delata, what's up, man? What's up? We're going to kick this show off right. We got a wide array of topics today. Oh, we got some topics today. We're going to get through all of them, and we're going to try to stay on point. I'm waiting on Lala. Oh, Santee Walden, what's up, man? What's up, Santee? Hang around, man. Hey, kind of got a couple of ladies kind of getting in on this, man. We're going to talk. I kind of deal with a couple of people, man, and we can talk about all this stuff, man. But we're going to keep it PG-13. Okay, we're going to keep PG-13 because we got the kiddies listening. Got the kiddies listening, and we're gonna let this be an education thing too. That's just how it is. Okay. So, okay, all right. Jimmy J Smooth. Okay, good. Yep, Jimmy J. Give me your email because I know I told you. I know you just want to speak on this. I see Santee Walden. Okay, so we got Lala, Jimmy J Smooth, and Santee Walden. Okay. So those are going to be the three, and if Guitarbabe shows up, that's it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing cracking. Santee, give me an email. Jimmy, give me your email. Lala, you already got the link, so bring it on, okay? And guys, when y'all come in, don't overshadow the lady boys, But these are two of my homeboys, LDBC. That's what it is, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get this thing cracking, man, all right? So when you guys give me your emails, I can go and get you up in here and we get this thing rolling, okay? All right, so Charlottesville, man. Good grief, man. I know all of y'all saw where, a woman got killed, man. A woman got killed. She got ran over, and she was at the rally, and she was actually, she was anti-white supremacist. So, I don't know. I'm one of them people, man. When somebody died needlessly, good grief, man. It's kind of sad, man. It really is, man. It's kind of sad that she lost her life, trying to protest, but that's how it is. That's how it is, man. It happens sometimes. I mean, I know I wasn't going to be. I don't think I could have went to a white supremacist rally to try to anti-protest, man. I'm not going to do it. I mean, now when those breakouts happened here in Charlotte, I was down there front and center, man. I was down there in the line of fire, and I had to go get my boy, man, who was down there. He was there. I'm talking and sending email at the same time. Okay, he was actually there. Okay, he was there, and he was trying to keep everything peaceful. Okay, God, dog, Jimmy J Smooth, a long email, man. Don't have me sitting here typing it during soliloquy trying to get you in this room, man. Oh, son. Hold on. See, now see, I got to think about this. All right, Jimmy J. Let me see. He probably think that's funny. All right. So Guitarbabe will come in when we start talking about Holly Holm, probably. Uh-oh. Look at that. Santee Walden. Look at this. Santee Walden done gave me the wrong email. Nope. He gave me the right email address. My dumb self just didn't type it in enough, Let me see. See if I can get Santee Walden right now. Okay. God dog, Santee. Oh, I got to put the @ symbol in there. I tell you what, man. Good grief. I bet Santee Walden laughing at old coach right now. Okay. Hold on. I'm messing up, man. BO9263. What's up, man? WWSantee88. Okay, that's what I keep typing in. WWSantee88 @gmail.com. Okay, yeah, that's the email. That's the man's email. I don't understand why it's not working. Okay, let me see. I can do this. Nah, but Jimmy J Smooth email. Okay, I bet you that's it now. All right, Santee, you got the link, y'all. You guys got the link now, so we can go and get this thing cracking. All right, we'll wait for Lala to roll up in here. Jimmy J, Lala, and folks, we got to keep it PG-13, okay? We got to, because you know, a lot of the kiddies, you know, they learn, man. But you know, a reason why I do keep it PG-13, you know, because of them, you know, because trying to teach them to do some stuff, you know, trying to teach them to act like they got some sense. Okay, only true king is in the room. Only true king is in the room. Okay, I see Jimmy J Smooth is here. Jimmy J Smooth, what's going on?
Live and directed full effect. Live and directed full effect, everybody.
All right, man, Jimmy J Smooth. All right, my girl Lala. Okay, what's up, Lakisha? How you doing?
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing beautiful, and you doing beautiful, and hey, that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna wait for Santee Walden to get in here, and we're gonna try to stay on topic, guys. We're gonna keep them on because you know that's the teacher in me. You know, keep it on topic. But you know, we got some couple of different things, and you know, we ain't gonna get into shop matches or none of that stuff because you know we all brothers and sisters, so it's cool. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Lala, thank you for coming again. Jimmy J Smooth.
It's an honor, Coach.
We got
it's an honor.
Walden. This is my LDBC brother. For those of y'all that don't know what the LDBC is, it's the Lions Den boxing community, but we talk about a little bit of everything. You know, we got a little bit of everything and everybody doing a lot of different things. And don't forget, go get your LDBC t-shirt. God, I can't even say it right, Santee. Go get your LDBC t-shirts right now. Go to ldbcsports.com. Type in, what's your code word, Santee?
You said code word?
Yeah, to get the discount for the t-shirts.
It's just Santee by itself.
Okay, go type in Santee on behalf of my brother, and you know, hey, go get that t-shirt. Matter of fact, get you 2 or 3 of them PG-13 channels. All right, let's get it. So let's go ahead, let's talk about the Charlottesville, what's going on in Virginia. All right, Lala, I'm gonna start with you, then go to Jimmy, then go to Santee. Lakisha, you still there? I think she done hung up or something, man. Jimmy J Smooth, your microphone muted, man. Let me see. Lakisha. Okay.
I was waiting on Lakisha first, and then do my thing.
Okay.
If she's not muted.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Lakisha's computer dropped the mic on her, but okay, when she come back, we'll just let her jump in. All right, Jimmy J, go ahead.
Yeah, what's my point on Charlottesville? Is that's the question? I want to be clear on that.
Yeah, man, just go ahead.
Well, my thing with Charlottesville is at this point, with white supremacy, we shouldn't even be doing no peaceful protest at this point. Now, if we're protesting peacefully, we should do that for the NFL or if the NBA if they get on that PG-13 stuff. You know what I'm saying? So going out there having peaceful protests with these white supremacists and these white supremacist suspects, that's virtual suicide at this point. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't gonna go out there and have no guns ready or have any kind of sticks ready, that was just a waste of time. Now, I will say this, my condolences for all the people that was injured and killed in this situation, because that was a cowardly act of violence right there. But at this point, at this stage of white supremacy, we shouldn't even be trying to think about peaceful protesting unless we gonna be about that life.
Okay, Lakisha. I thought I saw it come back into the chat.
Yeah, I seen it too.
Okay, I'll tell you what. All right, Santee, you go ahead, and I think she'll get her microphone working, and you know, because you know she's a smart sister. She got a lot to say. But all right, go ahead, Santee.
Yeah, man. I personally, you know, I feel like it was a sad ordeal because it's showing us, at least for whatever Black Lives Matter or whatever they want to call it, there's no even scale. There's never been an even scale. And if you're a white nationalist and everything else, and you can protest and all that, and you can carry guns, and you're basically able to go ahead and violate people because of that. Now, on a scale where you're trying to counter that, whatever the circumstances is, excuse me, outside. But when you're trying to counter that, or whatever the case of the circumstances is, you know, you can be in harm. Your life is in danger. You know, I was just talking to my buddy today, and what I said to him, I was trying to, you know, explain something to him as best as I could. I said, man, you go out front today, man, and get shot by a race soldier, and they'll go on Facebook and look at a picture with you with your shirt off, or holding a cigarette in your hand, or whatever the case, in order to justify why it was okay to murder you, you know, and why your life didn't mean anything. And look at the situation of Charlotte and everything else. And I'm going to say this. I ain't going to skip around it. Because, you know, I believe one Caucasian I seen was killed, you know, that's why it got televised and so much notoriety, and people are so pissed off. I believe it was just 3 black individuals, it wouldn't have got that type of attention. It would have came and went. That's just my personal opinion.
Oh, okay, man, that's deep. Lakisha?
Hey, you know, honestly, I didn't even know that had occurred until I was looking at my Facebook. And, you know, it's really sad because sometimes I feel like, you know, they say that history has a tendency of repeating itself. And it's just like, you know, what, you know, why is it such a problem when, you know, we protest? You know, all of us are not, you know, we're not belligerent, we're not ignorant, you know, whatever. But living in the South, you know, living in Virginia, you know, I still say Plantation, Virginia, you know, racism exists, you know, and I feel like it's never going to go away. It's just been modified, you know, to the point where, you know, they're not going to, you know, call you the N-word. Well, some of them will, you know, call you the N-word in your face, you know, but it's to me, you know, that kind of hate is going to constantly be taught, you know, and you know, we're just going to have to stand our ground with it. That's all. We're just going to have to stand our ground with it and keep doing what we're doing, you know. It's just sad. But then, you know, you know, when I look at, you know, the news, and you know, we still got blacks killing blacks, you know, so, you know, they'll hang that over our heads as well, which is, you know, that's a horse of another color. But it's like, what can you do? You know, I mean, our black men, you know, they're getting shot and killed for, you know, trying to show, you know, a cop, you know, their ID and everything. I mean, it's just gotten to the point where I don't even like watching the news. I really was late on that one, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, well, what's happened now? You know, what in the world has happened now? So I mean, I think history is just repeating itself, but we need to stand our ground. And, you know, they're getting mad at old boy because, you know, he didn't stand it. I wouldn't either. You know, it's ridiculous. And they get bold with it. They don't, you know, they it's like they're just so bold with it now. You know, they're not hiding the fact that, you know, yeah, I can kill you. You know, I got a badge to do it. You know, it's just sad. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of it's sad because you know, it's kind of like they are getting bold, and I agree with, you know, what Jimmy and Santee said. It's, you know, you know, I guess the goal of white supremacy is just to, you know, to keep us from speaking out on it. I mean, it's like right here on YouTube. You know, I know a lot of you don't make videos, so it's not apparent. But I know Santee know exactly what I'm talking about. So go ahead.
Yeah, my mom's friend, you know, they were in a restaurant and the Ku Klux Klan, you know, came in there, whatever, you know, and it's just, you know, it's a scare tactic, you know, but I feel like they can take their scare tactic to another level, you know, and be able to get off with it, you know, where one of us, you know, do it. It's no, shoot him down, you know, put 32.
Yeah. Oh man.
They are
Okay.
outside, you know, about good. You know, they're good.
Okay. All right, Jimmy. Live in the race.
Yes,
Yo.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hey man, so what else you got to say about that, man? Because you know you hit a lot.
Well,
You hit a lot of stuff.
also, I also wanted to say, man, we need to consider start getting police department in every black neighborhood at this point, because the way white supremacy is circling its wagons, we got to really get on code at this point. You know what I'm saying? These white supremacists are getting funded by these police unions and even some corporations. If you look up, I think one of the Texas governors, I can't think of him off the top of my head, he's known for funding the Clive and Bundy people, and they are, this is another group of white supremacists we have to watch out for. We also have to watch out for these militia groups. So an all-black gun club in your state or city, definitely join those. But we definitely need to consider getting police departments in these black neighborhoods. Get HPD out our business. Get I think y'all police department is Charlotte CPD, whatever. We need to get these city police departments out our business. Get our group economic game on and start funding our own police department, because they failed the black community. I mean, we gotta think, why would we let somebody who has a history of terrorizing our people educate our kids and to continue to police our communities? Asinine as far as I'm concerned. So that's my take right there.
Okay. All right. Same to you.
Yes, indeed. You hear me?
Okay. I was like, man, what happened to Santee, man? Santee don't left us.
Yeah, but yeah, we also have to we got to stop making excuses for these police officers or race soldiers or whatever you feel like calling them. We have some shoe shine Negroes out here, and in order to call yourself that, you know, your job is to serve and protect. You're here to protect the community and to give a service, you know, to the community. You're not here to terrorize the community. You're not here to make excuses for your racist buddy. And a lot of them know that their partners or whatever, or other people in the station are out of control, and they're not going to check these individuals for fear of being condemned and having their back turned by other officers. And remember, hey, the police force that's another gang. That's another gang in America. You know, these folks can kill with impunity anywhere and get off scot-free, murdering people and chilling on vacation with pay. You know, fake a few tears after you pull that pistol out and cause critical damage, fake a few tears, and then you're back on the force. This is the name of the game. So we have to stop saying it's good officers wearing that blue uniform, because right now that blue uniform symbolizes terrorism to the black community. And I know this just from personal experience. You know, I ain't got to flick on CNN, go around the corner and look up the street somewhere and see what's going on with young boys being harassed and their stuff being taken away from them and their money being taken away from them. And this is the norm, you know? And you have these other so-called good cops and good police officers that's supposed to be in good graces of the community, and they ain't doing a doggone thing for the community at all. They're looking out for self. They're looking out for their people, you know? And I believe, yes, we, like Brother Jimmy said, yes, we do have to get a police force, but you got to start with having the community being able to trust you. There was a time that you could trust the police officers in your community, that they were going to do right and they're not going to lock you up for petty incidents. And if they seen one of your kids doing something they ain't had no business doing, they will put them in the back seat of the car and take them home, you know? But now you have to worry about these race soldiers not only shooting your children down, but harming your women, you know? And it's out of control. It's completely out of control. And it's gotten to a point where we got so many soft shoe Negroes out here that none of these other nationalities respect us anymore. It's like, can you blame them? You have rallies, you know, we have protests and marches, and next thing you know, you got 2-3 Negroes in front of the camera twerking, having a twerk-off contest. How much behind can you twerk for justice? And it's laughable. You know, how do you expect people to look at you and to take you seriously when this is the way that you're conducting and carrying yourself, when, you know, you're talking about getting justice and receiving equal or fair rights in your community, you know?
Yeah.
That's not even half of it, man. That's just a piece of my opinion. Well, go ahead, Coach.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, when the stuff was going on here in Charlotte, when, you know, they were doing the protest because the guy got killed, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, you know, when I went downtown and I was telling y'all that, you know, a buddy of mine, he was trying to like, actually, he was standing in between the people that was rioting and looting and between the police, you know, and the police, you know, they attacked him, you know, they shot him with tear gas. They shot him with tear gas. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you what was so sad. You know, when he was calling me, you know, and remember I made the video, man, like I was on my way down there because I'm like, hey, if something happened to me, you know, the whole world will see exactly who and what did it. So, you know, I drove down there to go get him. And, you know, he was sitting on the curb, man. Now, this say, he was sitting on the curb. You know, somebody had dug in his pockets. They took his stuff. And it's like, you know, okay, so wait a minute. I thought we were down here protesting, you know, what we dislike, man. You know, not down here, you know, like Santee said, twerking. You know, not down here, you know, robbing and, you know, trying to, you know, hurt people and loot people, and especially, you know, loot our own brothers and sisters who out here protesting, you know, and it's the thing. Okay, so now, you know, we're dealing with the police that, you know, that's a game, and then we're dealing with people, you know, of our own that's trying to, you know, that's trying to bring us down too. I mean, so what the heck, man? You know, we're trying to get ahead. You know, we're trying to do things the right way, and then it's like, it doesn't work the way we expect it to, because, you know, we got these different integrals, you know, coming into the situation, messing everything up. And, you know, it becomes a big joke, man. I mean, who the heck gonna take us serious? Like,
that's my point. That's my point. You brought up a good point. You know, you have these black people, you know, us, you know, that's serious about us trying to do something. Like you said, it would be nice to, you know, have, you know, our own, you know, policemen around, you know, whatever. But then you got, you know, this group of people who, you know, like you said, is having a freaking twerk-off contest, and you see a whole bunch of, you know, other black people fighting in the street. I mean, you can pull it up on YouTube and you can see it, you know, see us fighting like, you know, we freaking gorillas in a cage or something, you know. And so it's like, how, you know, they're not taking it seriously at all. And I feel like, you know, this generation, they need to take a real Black history class. I ain't talking about the one in high school that you take. I mean, a real doggone Black history class, so you can see what your forefathers and your ancestors went through. So you can sit up here and get what you get. You know, like I said, you have this, you know, you have this section where, you know, they, you know, protesting, you know, we do this, we need, you know, we have rights, we here, we ain't going nowhere, so you might as well deal with, you know, you got the serious group, and then you got these jokers out here, you know, who just think, you know, you in a gang, you know, you got your, you know, you got your heat with you or whatever, you know, and that just makes you a man. And it's just sad, you know, it's just really sad because they don't care. They don't. So if this generation coming up doesn't care, I mean, you know, it's crazy. You know, it's really crazy.
They don't care. King, I don't know, you know, Lala, you probably know who Only True King is. He brought up a good point. You know, he said, okay, I love how no one is here when we start talking about something important. As soon as we start talking about Holly Holm, everybody going to be in the comments.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I agree with him. I agree with him on half of stuff, but this is one of the half that I actually agree with him. See, it's something important, you know. So, okay, all right. So Jay Smooth. Okay, so what we're gonna do, man? We're gonna change it up some more. We're gonna talk about the same issue, but now we're gonna kind of shift it towards Ezekiel Elliott, and then we're gonna go on to the other topics. Okay. All right. So you got the photograph of Ezekiel Elliott, you know, in your photograph. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You got Ezekiel Elliott, and then we've been talking about Colin Kaepernick, and now we're talking about Marshawn Lynch, man. What's your thoughts on Ezekiel Elliott, Marshawn Lynch, and Marshawn Lynch sitting down and that kind of stuff?
With the Ezekiel Elliott situation, the guy clearly didn't get suspension. Should not have gotten a suspension. Black men, and I've said this once before, and I don't recommend interracial dating at this point. I'm not going to play the PG-13 police. You already know what I'm about to say, but it's at this point it's not a good thing, because no matter how rich you are, systematic white supremacy can take everything away from you all at once at one particular time. As far as Marshawn Lynch, I felt like Marshawn Lynch has always been a stand-up brother in the game. So I'm definitely saluting that brother right there. 1,000%, man, 1,000%. So as far as Colin Kaepernick, the Players Association should have started doing something a long time ago. I mean, what's the use of having a Players Association and you're not going to fight for the rights of the player? And then here's the thing. All these putty patroller quarterbacks, get a job before Colin Kaepernick, a guy who only threw 4 interceptions, turnovers the entire year. You got quarterbacks who probably have 6 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. You're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, but you've got guys that had 4 picks in one game, and this guy went through a 16-game season and only throwing 4 interceptions. That's basically unheard of in today's NFL, with the defenses as complex as they are now. So Colin Kaepernick was clearly blackballed, and the tap dancer role saying that he's not blackballed. And go on and get this man a job, man, because if Colin Kaepernick does not get in the NFL and play this year, we need to boycott the NFL and their sponsors. Let's not just boycott the NFL alone. Sponsors as well. Let's not do business with their sponsors. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
Okay. All right, Santee.
As far as Colin is concerned, with these owners in the NFL, their football teams are like their cars. You're not just gonna buy no football team and that's all the bridge you got is what you invested in this football team and that's it. That's nothing to them. It's a toy, something for them to play with. And they're all elderly, old, rich white men, And part and partial with that, even down to Ezekiel Elliott, man, he wasn't found guilty on anything. It's the fact that, we have to keep these Negroes in line. Now, with Marshawn Lynch, his case, he's been a person that has never truly tried to have any type of relationship with the media due to him knowing how two-faced they are. They love you to death, man, when you're up and you're scoring the game-winning touchdown. But when you have a bad game or you catch a cold or it ain't your day or you're having knee problems or whatever the case, they're going to let you have it. And for him to not deal with it at all, rather he's up or down, he's always just, pretty much turned his back and not really had too much to say to the media, which that's his choice, You get fined, it is what it is. He's a grown man. But getting to Ezekiel Elliott, that's just not a good line of manhood, not having an adult, a male figure around to teach him certain things as far as how you conduct yourself. I heard 78 say it the best. We give Kenny Porter the blues. We let Kenny Porter have it. But when it comes to Sean Porter, you ain't never going to hear about him doing no stupid foolishness out here about lifting no woman's shirt up and showing her, whatever. And with Iggy Azalea, like you're in a different spot, man. You're not at no type of frat, man, or in the dorm drinking beers or whatever the case, man. You're a professional football player now. You hold bigger shoes. This is bigger responsibility, and you're not Caucasian. You are not a white man. You cannot do that. You understand what I'm saying? They can do stuff like that, and you know it's glorified. They laugh about it. You know, you look at I believe Gronkowski, and he can go out there and do the worm and take shots of Patron and all that on the stage, you know. But the moment Cam Newton starts dancing with his soft shoe and stuff, you know, they set him on fire. And the same thing goes for that young man that got suspended those 6 games. They're letting you know you're going to need to stay in line. You know, you're gonna have to stay in check. And if you can't keep yourself in check, we're gonna show you, boy, exactly how it goes over here as far as for you to make your dollars. Because part of him being in the NFL or any one of these $1 million coons, that's what I call them, $1 million coons. Part of you having a job in the NFL and being employed is you being able to be controlled. And if we can't control you, and if you're taking your money and resources and helping black people and helping the black community, you will be without a job. And that goes for Colin Kaepernick. You know, there's no need for him not to have a job due to a silent protest. But for these owners out here, they're not entitled to give anybody a job. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it's good to own your own. You know, that way you don't have to ask anybody for nothing. But in the same case, like the brother said, there's plenty of bum quarterbacks that have gotten jobs over top of him. That there's not an argument about who's better or who was better for the position. It's just a point of, number one, you're not coming here on this platform here to take the dollars and resources that you get from the NFL to help uplift and empower black folks. You're not doing that. And number two, if you're going to be here, you're going to have to be controlled. And if you can't be controlled, you can't follow those two things, then you're not going to be needed. And we're going to put the screws to you every time and send some shoe shine tap dancing Negro out here to put forth our narrative of the reason of why you're not employed. And that's what's taking place here year to date.
Okay. All right. Lakisha.
It ain't nothing else for me to say. He said a mouthful.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and shift gears, okay? And we're gonna shift gears, and we're actually gonna talk about, okay, issues that men have with women. Now, since Lakisha is the only woman here on the platform, we ain't gonna try to gang up on her. We ain't gonna do that.
I gotta fend for myself. Okay.
No. We're gonna flip the script, and we're just talking about women issues with men. And basically, we'll just. Because probably most of what you're saying, we're probably going to agree with it because it's kind of certain things. But we'll go ahead and start with you, okay? I guess what issues? I guess I'd ask you like this: what issues do women have with men?
Oh, I'm going first.
Yes, yeah, because
what? Well, it depends on what kind of woman you are too. So I'll just start with that one. The issues that I have, I would say, I can't speak for every woman. The issues that I have with men are, oh my goodness. It seems like the role is reversed. And I know all men, of course, are not like this. Every man isn't like this. But it seems like they want to use them. That's the trend that I'm seeing. And I kind of blame some women that they've been with for this. Like they chasing. They want you to do the calling. They don't want, had some in particular got an example. Meet and greet, and to those that we don't have, don't have to. So he insisted,
Cutting in and out on us.
Yada yada yada. And then I'm like, what? Huh? I'm like, if that was the case, you know, I could have paid for my own. You could have paid for your own. It wasn't a big deal. But this is like some of the stuff that like I've been running into, and not like just with one. You know, it's like, you know, you get mad if a sister, you know, is doing well, taking care of herself, yada yada yada. You know, she's a bougie, this that and other. You know, and I mean, and I am. I'm an old fashioned girl, you know. I like a gentleman. I don't mind you know, you can open the door for me or whatever. I'm not like one of these and women are lying when they say they don't need a man. That is a lie, and it's from the pit of hell. I just want you to know that, because that's not true. And I don't feel like that's how God ordained it. You know, it's just that, you know, when you get especially you get a certain age, you know, I mean, a real woman, ain't talking about a gold digger, nothing, you know, not groupies, you know, not no R. Kelly situation, nothing like that. I'm talking about a real woman, you know, who's been taking care of herself, knows how to take care of herself and whatnot. You know, she knows what she wants, you know. But then, you know, okay, you get mad at her for being that, you know. So, but then, you know, you got, and I'm not knocking anyone on Section 8 that has to have help or whatever. But then you ready, you know, at the same time, under the same breath, you're ready to sit here and talk about somebody that's on Section 8 or whatever, you know. So it's just like, you know, you darned if you do, you darned if you don't, you know. So I've just been seeing this, you know, this trend of men just breaking down, you know, almost taking, you know, like a woman's role, you know. And I'm not saying that, you know, the man should be begging or chasing, you know. I'm not saying that, because you shouldn't have to do that either. That's crazy. Neither one should be doing that. But I've just I've just seen a trend where, you know, men are like, you know, well, I took you out one time, you know, it's time for you to take me out. What in the hell?
Oh Lord, please.
What in the hell? I can feed myself. I'm like, I mean, you know, are you serious? Because you took me out. I said, look at me. I said, do I look hungry to you? Baby, I ain't. Trust me. You know, but this is kind of what I've been seeing, you know, and I don't, you know, I don't entertain it and whatnot, but, you know, I mean, I know, you know, everybody cheats, you know, people cheat, and, you know, but this is like one of the main things that I have seen lately. And I'm like, what in the world has happened, you know? And I'm glad I'm talking to a group of men right now, because I'm like, what happened, you know? And like I said, I think I really blame some women for saying it's okay, you know, no, that I got it and all this, and if you're married, I ain't talking about you married, you know, because, but I'm talking about starting out, you know, getting to know each other, you know. I've just seen where, you know, the roles are like really switching, and I'm like, what? Did I like fall asleep and wake up? I don't know. Maybe that one. I don't.
Okay. Hi. Jimmy J.
Yes. I feel like the issues that men have with women, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes out there that really don't know how to approach women these days. Extremely too much simping. They do extremely too much cupcaking with these IG models out here. I mean, let's just keep it $110 right now. I mean, these dudes out here is just all over the place at this point. You know, it's a lot of simping. It's a lot of overcompensation. I mean, women have have their faults in the situation, because there are some women out there that's I'm saying boosting these dudes' heads up, but a lot of times these dudes, a lot of this stuff is on the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's entirely too much sipping in the game. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not that, it's dudes that's trying to floss, you know, trying to do too much in the game. So to some degree, I understand where Lakisha come from on that, to a certain degree. But that's a major issue right there. I see it.
It is. It's. I mean, it's like, okay. I grew up in the house. My dad was the provider. That's what I saw, and I get everybody don't, you know, they don't have that in the home. You know, and when a man asks you what you want, it's like, okay, I want a provider. So when you say that, they're thinking, you know, oh, well, you want my money. I was living before I met you. You know, I had things before I met you. You know, but it's like they're scared of that word. It's like you know, and at the same token, you know, I'll take care of you. That's, you know, I mean, I would like for it to lead to marriage, you know, and in a marriage, that's what it should be. You know, you take care of me and I take care of you. It's not like, you know, well, he taking care of me and that's, you know, I ain't thinking about nobody else. No, it shouldn't. That's not how I was raised. You know, but these men now, they, you know, like I said, you say provider, certain things that you say, and it's like, oh, she just, you know, she just want my money. She just, half the time, you know, if you're talking to a real woman, we ain't thinking about you. Right? No, we're not. You know.
And the main guys that say that are usually the biggest tricks in the game, talking about, you know what I'm saying? They got Instagram photos, all this money in the air, and then they wondering why females are, you know, breaking bad on them in terms of breaking their pocketbooks, you know, zeros and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as a man wanting to be a provider, it shouldn't be that should not be an issue. Is when a woman is a liability. When a woman is a liability, that becomes an issue. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, and it might sound crazy, but I don't have no problem with the woman looking for a guy that's a provider. Will have to be an asset in the process in the game. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's definition of an asset is different. A guy might have a lot of money and might want his woman to, which I find nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. A guy might want a woman that works, you know what I'm saying, makes 6 figures or whatnot. As long as taking anything off the table and becoming a liability to one or the other, with that.
Right.
Okay. Right. All right, Santee.
Boy, oh boy.
PG channel, just remember that.
Oh man. Number one thing, and I see it on both sides. I know no Donald Trump, you know, situation, but it's both sides. It's a lack of manhood, man. Lack of manhood. I listened to the big homie yesterday, and what he said was, and this is true. You got men out here slapping their hands together, talking on the real, son, on my cousin, you know, like females, like women, you know. So you can't be taken seriously. Lack of testosterone out here. It's not a whole lot of men, period. It's too much estrogen floating around here. And a true woman is going to respect a man. She's going to float to it. This is natural, okay? She's going to float right to it. You know, if you feminine, man, and breaking down and crying and all this simping, and I did this, I did that for her. Well, maybe that ain't what it is. You know, for some of these situations out here, it's as simple as you have to go with what's going to be comfortable for you. You know, I can deal with a woman on a scale of Beyonce or whatever the case, hypothetically speaking, okay? But for the next man, he's not going to be able to deal with that, because on a conversation level, he has so much of a tender, he's thinking so much sexually that he can't sit down and just have a conversation and get to know her thoughts. You know, that's right. A big, have a lot of men out here just sitting down and just talking to these women, you know? And that's the cool side of things. When you have a companion that you can kick it with and call that your best friend, and y'all can chop it up and laugh and be geeking off with stuff and just have a good time. So you have a good partner. You understand what I'm saying? And everything is in a partner process. Financially, everything. Even though as a man, you should be a provider. You go out, you say, baby, I'm taking you out. You're taking her out. You're paying for everything. It's not a question. She shouldn't even have to take her purse out unless she's possibly bringing her makeup and lipstick or whatever the case, to freshen up, to go in the bathroom, whatever the case. But that's it. She shouldn't be reaching for no credit cards or anything else. Like, that to me, that's pathetic. You take charge, you wear them shoes. And that's just what that is. And on the lady side, if you met a dusty dude 3 years ago that was playing Madden, sitting on the couch and everything else, and he was knocking you down, well, don't get mad 3 years later when he still ain't got no job and he's playing the new Madden. You can't get mad at him because this is the guy. I get tired when I hear women say, oh, he ain't S, and he ain't this, and he need to get his S together. And he, I don't want to hear that because from what I understand, this brother been like this. It's something when now you finally woke up and realized that you're not going to change him. So you mad at him. You're wrong. And the same thing with brothers. You can't go in a strip club and meet a young lady and expect for her to stop going off of what she knows. She's going off of what she knows. Now, she managed to get in your pocket real quick or whatever and make herself a living. And now you break it down every Friday because she got to go to work right where you met her at that strip club. It's just not going to happen. You can't force things. I look at it as, when you're going out here, you're choosing a mate, you sit down and take your time. Because you have a lot of folks rushing into marriage and everything, trying to catch up with their family members and their friends. Oh, I'm married. I have this status and that status. No, you have to earn it and get to know your companion. Know your companion. Talk to him. You should know certain things offhand. What's your companion's favorite food, their favorite TV show, where they like to shop at. All these things. What type of humor do they like? You should know these things. And a lot of folks today are so interested in, I've never seen a generation so much of, brothers like, oh man, I'm going to go hang with my homeboys. I'm hanging with my homeboys. I don't do a whole lot of hanging with the homeboys. In between working and coming home, I love to spend time with my old lady. I love doing that. That's some of the best times for me because I know I'm going to have me a good time. I'm not interested in looking up in a whole bunch of brothers' faces. I'm just not. I'm really not. There's a lot of jealousy and envy there, and I'm not too for folks being all in my business. Between working and coming home, I love to spend time with my old lady. I love doing it. That's some of the best times for me because I know I'm going to have me a good time. I'm not interested in looking up in a whole bunch of brothers' faces. I'm just not. I'm really not. There's a lot of jealousy and envy there, and I'm not too for folks being all in my business. Between working and coming home, I love to spend time with my old lady. I love doing it. That's some of the best times for me because I know I'm going to have me a good time. I'm not interested in looking up in a whole bunch of brothers' faces. I'm just not. I'm really not. There's a lot of jealousy and envy there.
Hey,
I'm not too for folks being all in my business. Between working and coming home, what just happened?
Everything is echoing and hello?
Yes. Yes, I'm still here.
We got Guitar. Okay, Guitarbabe just joined us. Okay, she joined us. I guess the topic, we're talking about the stuff that now we're talking about things that men and women see wrong with each other. I'll go and then I'll let you kind of just go into it so you get a gist of what's going on. And then if you want to just jump in, you just jump in. My it is real quick. And basically, it's just like, I don't know. I kind of see it from both sides, like Jimmy and Santee, like they say about women trying to change these dudes. And it's like, how deep the focus is, and they ain't looking inside their soul. They can't see inside these dudes' souls. So, they get with them, and then they thinking that, oh, okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna make this dude, I'm gonna make him be, the person that I want him to be. Because, sometimes, he come out here straight butthole. And, the guys is really nice, they real nice. These women ain't trying to deal with them, And I'm just saying it because, I noticed even when I was out there doing my thing, it's like, I'm naturally, I don't know, I'm naturally one of those cold hard people. So it's kind of really easy for me to just say, okay, well, she ain't into it, so okay, I'm gonna bounce. But see, that's not everybody's mentality. They ain't gonna do that, They ain't gonna try to, stick around and see, hey, okay, is she really into me, or do I really need to, spend my whole bank account trying to pursue somebody, And I think some dudes do that, They kind of know that this female don't even want nothing to do with them, but they'll go spend all their money, all their little resources, and then you see these guys on the suicide hotline, talking about, oh well, I don't did everything I can, and she still don't want me, she don't love me, and I'm like, well, she never did love you, and that's just the reality of the situation, And I make a lot of fun of people who say but in reality, it's almost like it's some kind of mental disease because, you don't have a personality to try to talk to somebody, but you got to buy your way into their life, and that don't ever work. Okay, Guitar Babe, you with us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you want to add in, and then who was the next? Is you right, Jimmy?
I missed like half of it because I was trying to get it to work. I'm very bad with technical stuff, so.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can I add one more point in? We had that what you call it, a dysfunction or whatever happened. I don't know what that was. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you just fine.
Yeah, I wanted to add to your point. Yes, you have a lot of socially awkward men out here that are used to pulling their money out, man. And if you're wondering why, for some folks, why you're getting used and abused and you're getting treated a certain way, well, you're asking for it. When you choose not to say anything and I'll buy you this and I'll buy you that, well, be prepared to stay in that role forever because you're literally, for every person in your life, you are teaching them how to treat you. I don't care who it is, even if it's not on that scale. If you see a person and you let them get out the gate on you every time they see you, they, cussing you out or talking to you a certain way that's inappropriate. If you don't check that individual or at least put things in its proper perspective, well, then be prepared to be treated, That's just the name of the game. People are going to get in where they fit in at and do what it takes in order for them to survive. So if you are the Sam Sausage here, then be prepared to be played.
That's
all I had to add.
That's like however you started, that's probably how you're going to finish it.
I agree.
Jimmy.
No, I'll just saying I agree with what Santee said on that one.
Okay. All right. Purity.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, you want to add a comment to it, or you want to?
I don't really have anything to add. I totally agree with everybody else on that.
Okay, all right. So, we don't want to put you on the spot. Okay, I'm looking at some of these comments. Okay, now I'm going to get everybody's thought before we move on to, God, and we're going to move on to Holly Holm, and then we're going to move on to God. But, okay, shout out to The Truth channels. And by the way, y'all go sub to Jimmy J. Smooth, and y'all go sub to Santee Walter. Definitely, y'all need to sub to Jimmy J. Smooth. Period, because they don't make videos, but comment section. All right, but anyway, The Truth said, Santee, everybody, do you think the Trump administration and what is the biggest threat to us in a long time, and was this always present? All right, so we'll start with you first, Period, since you hadn't had a chance to respond.
I couldn't hear the question. It's in and out.
Oh crap. Okay, all right. Let me get a little closer to the microphone. Microphone, you better work. Okay. Do you think the Trump administration and what is going on is the biggest threat to us in a long time? Is present.
I have to be honest. I don't really get into that kind of stuff. Like it's just not something I get into. I'm not a big politics person, so I don't really get into it. But
okay.
I mean, it's.
Okay, hey, and I'm respect that. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, real quick, Jimmy J.
We've always had this problem, but as far as on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it is at his biggest threat at this point under Donald Trump, because he's the first president to run under strictly white supremacist campaign. Now, you've had presidents that to go in office, and as far as I'm concerned, all of them are white supremacists in my estimation. But this is the first guy to run on the campaign trail, you know, on a white supremacist platform. You know, having people getting punched at their black people and other ethnicities getting punched at his rallies and stuff like that. That has never been that has never happened. And he's setting the precedence for an attack in the community and stuff like that. So yes, it is at his worst.
Okay. All right, Santee, real quick.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the biggest threat we have is vice presidency here in America. You know, our backyard first. And you know, America's always been a place where we have been nosy and gotten into other countries' business. But like in particular, as far as
No, but he's not the one to say this baby in now.
can you still hear me?
Everybody, yes, everybody.
Yeah, I just hear like a little bit of fuzz. Somebody needs to mute their yeah.
Okay, Santee. Okay, I think everybody saxophone messing up. Connection ain't. I dig it dog.
I
Okay,
can hear you.
all right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay, all right, Lakisha. Get on to the next topic.
I really don't have. I mean, I don't get into politics too much. But I have to agree with the first brother said. I mean, you know, it's just a mess, Coach. It's just
Okay.
it's a mess. It's just like he's running a circus. I mean, you know.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much. Trump done kind of said it. He done said everything. He pretty much done said it. He trying to make everything. I mean, that's Santee.
Yeah, like I said, man.
Getting his mic fixed.
Yeah, we're dealing with the threat of North Korea, which, you know, it's
Santee. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Something's wrong with my
phone.
I don't know if that's
I can hear you.
So y'all do hear me?
Damn.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, with North Korea in particular, this is something that we usually kept calm. I don't agree, you know, with us going to everybody's backyard and trying to police their house or what have you. I understand why we had to do that with feed off. It was because eventually it came to our front door. But when you look at circumstances with this guy and how he treats his people and all this other stuff, and for the fact that he has nuclear weapons, you know, these folks, man, in office, man, can go into their bunkers underneath ground. But everything up top is getting slaughtered, and you got to go out front to protect your land, however, you know. And I feel like it's a mess and it's not in control. And it's going to be like this years to come, regardless if Donald Trump is there or not, because he just set the bar and the standard of what's appropriate in the White House. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, good grief. Yeah, with that one, man. Santee, Jimmy and Santee kept it PG-13. Boy, this is a milestone. Man, I know y'all was fighting hard. Y'all was struggling, especially Jimmy. Okay, y'all. We're gonna move on to the topic because I'm trying to, actually keep my time, and just kind of talk about each thing. So now we got, well, here's, okay, I'm going to start it off. What I think, just, Holly, and people think that Holly Holm can go in there and knock Amanda Nunes out, PG-13 channel, okay? Kind of made a video on it and, of course, got some flack for it. All right, so your thoughts. All right, we'll start with you. A chance to respond to something.
Is it my go?
Crap. Okay. I started off with Purity because she hadn't had a chance to respond.
Okay. All right. 1 second here. All right. You just want my thoughts like about people like thinking that Holly's just gonna go in and knock Amanda out?
Yeah, like if they were to go fight, what do you think would happen? Do you think Holly could knock Amanda Smooth out?
Well, I think that's ridiculous. I don't think she can go in and just knock Amanda out. I mean, Amanda is a complete fighter and Holly is not. So I think just that alone, Holly's not gonna just go in and just take her out because Amanda has all these other tools to she has all these other tools that she can use against Holly, and I just don't think Holly has the skill set to compete with that.
Okay. All right. So then, okay. And Santee. All right, I'm live and direct. You with me? Maybe it's just my microphone. Maybe it's my whack microphone. No, I should have bought a good microphone. Where you at, man? All right, okay, all right. We'll wait for Jimmy to get back. We'll roll to Santee Wall. Santee.
Okay, I'm here. What was you said something about Holly Holmes and Amanda Nunes? Is Holly Holmes just going to go in there and knock Amanda Nunes out? Was that the question?
Yeah.
I don't believe that's going to be the situation. Holly Holmes is a good fighter. Anything is possible, but in the same sense, I think Amanda Nunes is more equipped and more sharp with her striking. And I think that will make a difference in that fight. I definitely don't feel like this is going to be something that's going to be over quick. It may go the whole fight, but it's going to be a brawl. It's going to look ugly.
All right. So Santee said it's going to be ugly. All right, then we're waiting for Jimmy. So we'll just go to you, Lakisha, until Jimmy J. Smooth get back. He probably had to go get him something to drink, and he ain't offer us none. So kind of upset about that.
Again, I have to agree with what you said. You know how I feel. I think Holly Holm needs to eat some gunpowder or something. I don't know. I just don't.
You need to eat gunpowder.
All
right.
but
That sounds good.
Still,
Jimmy J. Smooth. Oh, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mike, maybe it's me can't hear y'all because I think y'all hear each other and y'all cutting in and out, but y'all can't.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. As much as I love Holly, I like Holly, but I think Amanda is gonna wrap Holly up. I do. I don't know if I guess it comes down to is Amanda is she gonna gas out first? Because if she starts gassing, then I could see Holly, doing a freaking Charlie Brown, field goal, trying to, take her out then. But or is Amanda just gonna pound for pound, go up that Holly? Like I said, I my problem with Holly is and I'm wondering, you know, does she feel confident? It's like her last couple fights, she's kind of admitted it. Like, you know, she hasn't really felt confident, you know, in what she's doing, you know, and it's like if you can pull that out of her, maybe, like the brother said, I think it would be an ugly fight. It ain't gonna be no easy takedown for neither one of them, but I would have to. I would have to go with Amanda.
Okay.
If she doesn't gas, and if she starts gassing, then, you know, hey.
Jay Smooth.
Yeah, with Holly, I don't give Holly a chance in this fight. Now, if you talk about the Holly before the Misha Tate fight, okay, cool. After, she doesn't stand a chance at this point against Amanda Nunes in martial arts since she was 4 years old. No, that's not even going down. And I mean, pretty much Amanda can beat her at any game she wants to. If she want to beat her in the stand-up, which I highly doubt that Amanda's going to stand up with her. I think once she get her to the ground, she's going to pound on her just like Jermaine Durandame. So give Holly a chance.
Oh, you don't give Holly a chance. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I thought the same thing, you know. Yeah, Holly get in there with Amanda, she might mess around and get knocked smooth to PG-13.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but she beat one of the best martial artists in the world, but the people don't want to admit it or not. So, and that's one of the best. Beat her 2 rounds. One, well, you get Holly in there, she'll head kick her, and then Amanda go to sleep. So where's this mysterious head kick gonna come from to one of the best in the world? I mean, if she couldn't land the head kick on the other best martial, what the hell think that she gonna land it on this good martial artist? Kind of brings me to the biasness when it comes to Brazilians in the sport of mixed martial arts. There's a big bias. All of them, all they do is maul and come straight ahead. They don't come in there. They brawl you to death, and they don't have no skill set. All right, who hadn't taken next? Guitarbabe.
Yeah. Oh, am I up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry about that. I actually changed my mind. I actually do feel like Holly's just gonna go in, and I think she'll get the head kick and knock her out. Actually, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Okay.
But but yeah, Amanda, she beat Valentina by decision, and the fight with Valentina and Holly, like you mentioned, Valentina was basically toying with Holly. She made it look easy, look like easy work in the octagon with her, and so I mean, like you mentioned, Valentina's toying around with her. Imagine what Amanda is gonna do with Holly, in there in the octagon, So I mean, it's, yeah, I just don't think, I think Amanda is, I think she'll take it if she were to fight Holly. I think she would try and take her to the ground, because that's definitely Holly's weak spot. I haven't seen any improvement with her on the ground, so I think she would definitely take her to the ground and just start ground and pound with Holly as well.
All right, so let me ask y'all this, and since we're talking about Amanda Nunes, we're still within the time frame, so I appreciate everybody. And I know, Santee, I know this is kind of a little bit off topic for you because you don't talk about it that much. So what do y'all think? Okay, we know that Amanda had to pull out of the fight. Okay, we know that she pulled out of the fight, and there's a lot of people mad. And I was kind of mad. Like, dang, okay, but I feel like it was because of the weight cut. But it's like now at least Amanda, you know, she had enough nerve to, you know, she told everybody what was a situation. But then you got these other fighters, you know, like you got Megan that really just kissed their behind, you know. The fans are really just disgusted with Amanda. That's what it seemed like to me. Anytime I mention something on it, first thing everybody do, God Almighty, that coward, you know, and they quick to call Amanda a coward. Anybody want to take it first? Who got it?
I got you. Amanda Nunes, I believe she's into women, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
but
is.
Okay, all right. So I think that's the first strike. See, I know a little bit of it, Coach, but I don't know as much as you guys. I ain't gonna front like I do, but that's the first strike. You know, people always like to make it seem like it's something else. You hear weird excuses for certain reasons why people don't like folks, or you know, in the case of Floyd, it's the trash talker. But now that you got Connor, they love the trash talker because they have somebody that they can reflect to that looks like them that's doing the same thing. You know, in her case, you know, it's with the women. You know, folks don't know how to take that, so they'll say, "Oh, I'm mad at you because you pulled out this fight." You know, you pulled out this fight where you cost us a certain amount of time as far as when we were supposed to see this fight, and you're scared and everything else. And I believe because of that, Amanda's going to take all of that frustration, just like she did when she was standing in front of Ronda Rousey, and she's going to take that and put that into a positive in order to possibly shorten the fight out. You know, I said it might go the full way, but I didn't understand the circumstances behind it. You know, she might use that as her rage and her fury in order to make it a short night for Holly Holmes. You know, you have to be careful what type of, you know, how you direct your hatred and jealousy towards people, because I look at Amanda Nunes with her career and how cocky and how much nonsense come out of Dana White's mouth. Like, she's always been an underdog, so she's had to fight more in order to get to the place that she is, just because she's constantly frowned upon by people that just don't understand her. So I think that will work in her favor. Absolutely.
okay. All right. Sorry about that. Guitar Babe, and then
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I say Guitar Babe, and then Jimmy Davis Movie.
Okay. And we're still talking about Amanda Nunes, about her pulling out of the UFC 213.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, everybody else didn't get a pass.
Sorry,
You know?
it's hard
Everybody
to
else
hear
got a pass.
sometimes.
Are you with us?
You guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. Trying to think. Shoot, what was the question?
That's okay. That's okay. We got you. Okay, everybody, you know, really big time, and Santisa is lesbian, and they're giving her a hard time. And he said, you know, elaborated on that some more. But they're giving her a hard time. But you know, people like, you know, Megan Anderson not get, you know, even a Super Saiyan Goku Sage Norcutt, he not getting a hard time for being sick.
Okay.
Got a lot of people that they don't say anything to, or they kind of understand. Who really seems to actually believe that Amanda is sick, you know?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, they're giving her a hard time, but you know, these other people are getting a pass, you know, for pulling out of a fight. Yeah, I believe she was sick, you know. I don't think she was faking it, you know. Like I definitely believe she was sick, and like you said, I believe it was definitely, I think she tried to cut too much weight in such a short amount of time, and I think that's what, you know, made everything flare up. Yeah, I just don't think it's right. I mean, Dana, he's full of crap, you know, and you can definitely tell which fighters he just flat out doesn't like. And yeah, I completely disagree with it. I mean, because I mean, I don't get what the difference is, you know. I mean, Megan pulled out of the fight, you know, like nobody's giving her a hard time, but like I don't know what it is with Amanda that make people get on her a hard time with her about it. Like I don't get it. You know, I'm not sure what it is that they get on her but don't get on anybody else for. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay. Man, it sounds like you're galloping on a horse, man.
I'm up next.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure I hear you say that, but I think Amanda Nunes was really sick, and I think part of the reason why she got sick is what she was drained. So she shouldn't be getting flack by Dana White and all the other trolls that's beating her up on Twitter and stuff like that. You know, because I think, like you said in your video, that the weight drain played a lot of factor, as well as getting comfortable, because the money she got in that Ronda Rousey fight, payday, and you know she just got comfortable with her lady friend and everything, and started eating and became a little bit, probably weighed over 100 pounds going into training camp. You know what I'm saying? And then she had to cut all that weight. Like you once said, when you got to cut over 20 pounds trying to prepare for a fight, that could be devastating right there in terms of your physical health right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can definitely. I mean, it's not. You know, it's almost like her behind everything was just, and like, gained this much weight on the behind. I'm like, what the heck, man? That's what I was thinking. You know, when she was on the face off. Yeah. Okay.
She looked a little.
Hey, is everybody still there? Everybody still around? Okay. All right. So the last question I'm gonna ask about this topic. Okay. Last question, then I'm gonna move on to the last topic. Okay. All right. So, as Shevchenko, okay, if it's a 5-round fight, who do you guys think is gonna win? Lakisha, then you, Guitarbabe, then you, Santee Walden. Okay, that's just how I see y'all on the order of my screen. So yeah, let's just make it easy.
If it's a 5-round fight, you know, I've seen Amanda gas, and it is really not pretty. It's not, like I said, I'm not an expert, whatever. You know, I've been watching, you know, the videos and, you know, going to 5 rounds, and I'm like, girl, Lord, just put your hand up and just say I tried. But you know, and I saw how I don't know how many rounds it went with her and Kat. Does anybody know? Because Kat told her, Kat messed her up. I think Ms.
Okay. So you think it's gonna do what?
I'm like what the brother said. She could just take her frustration out and, you know, just be, you know, I hope she doesn't get ass, but, you know, I don't think I don't win a good fight, but that would be definite. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. Guitarbabe.
5 rounds. This is just my honest opinion. I think Valentina takes it this time. I've been seeing like her Instagram stuff like recently. Like she's really putting that work in. I mean, she is like, she's training like this is her last fight ever. I mean, she is really, I don't know. I think she takes it this time. She definitely has the better gas tank of the two. Um, is Amanda gonna gas out? I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna gas out. I know that's definitely her kryptonite, her cardio, and that's definitely been an issue with her in her last fights. But I don't know. But I mean, between the two, I think Valentina is gonna take it this time. But it's 50-50. Like I said, these are the two best mixed martial artists in women's MMA today, and yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight, 50-50, but I think in the end, Valentina's going to take it.
Okay, brother Santee Walden. I know it's going to be tough, but I know you can do it, man.
Talk about me? So you said it's Amanda Nunes and a lady named Valentina? Yeah, I ain't trying to,
Yes,
run smack into a wall, Once you're there, you're there.
Yes, sir. I understand. Hey, man, if you don't know, man, that's fine. Because keep up with it. They ain't trying to put you on the spot. When I do these, I don't like putting nobody on the spot, man. Making them feel like, dang, I feel stupid. I don't like doing that, man.
I really appreciate that because I'm dead in the water right now.
That's okay. Right. Jimmy J. Smooth, live and direct, in full effect.
Yes. It depends on if the weight cut affects Nunes. If it affects Nunes, Slachenko's gonna probably hands out. But other than that, if both fighters on top of their game, this might end up in a draw. I mean, the both fighters have equal skills, MMA and outside of MMA. So this could end up in a draw.
You know what? I was kind of on between the two, man. I just, the fight, and I guess people who think that Valentina gonna come in and completely decimate Amanda, because Amanda, I think she's evolving. She's doing a lot of different things in the octagon when she took her butt whipping the cat Zingano, when she got beat up by Alexis Davis. I think she's a lot better fighter. Some people argue and say she's not. So I don't know. I approached the fight this time. She got to have some objectives. Like, she got to be intent on getting Valentina out of there early, because if she don't string her out, she gonna lay her out, and it's gonna be round 5, and Amanda gonna be so tired that I can see Valentina even submitting this girl, tap out, because I don't care who you are. Okay, you can be the most strongest fighter in the world. Cardio, a Joe Blow on the street can come and knock you out. Okay. If you Conor McGregor or whoever, Floyd Mayweather, if you can't breathe, you can get beat up by anybody. Anybody in the world will beat you down. That's just how it is. It's just the way that is,
Yeah, and from what I understand, Amanda Nunes has been knocked out twice. I couldn't ever get these fights on YouTube. I know she's not been knocked out by Zingano, I think, if I'm spelling her name right. And she's been knocked out before one of her first fights.
It was a TKO, man. It was a TKO. The ref stopped that. And, honestly, I don't know. I think Amanda didn't know what to do. She was on the ground. I honestly think she don't know. She didn't know what to do. She didn't look like she was finished. She just looked like she didn't know what the heck to do. I don't know. Was raining them elbows down, and homegirl was stuck, man. I mean, she was stuck. She couldn't get up, couldn't move. You know, when she got up off the campus, you know, she didn't look like she was staggered. And some cat just went in there and did what she had to do. Oh, okay.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Okay. Who's about to say something? Was it you, Guitar Babe, or was it? Oh, wait a minute. Who about to say something? Okay. Okay, guys. So I got approximately 15 minutes. Okay, and then and I said I had a certain time limit. But okay, so let's do this. Okay, I want to squeeze 2 into 1. Okay, and just kind of get a quick response from everybody. Okay. All right. What do y'all see? And I know everybody got an opinion about Dana White. I know everybody do. God almighty. We all do. I'm not going to, y'all know my opinion, so I don't need to talk about it. But where do you guys see Dana White trying to take the women's division? And just be as honest as you can. All right, Lakisha, we're going to start with you.
So whoever looks better. I don't know. whoever looks better. Honestly, I don't know. That
You already got people in the comment section talking about Dana White. Oh man.
I mean, I told you his own mama don't like him, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. You know, I can't see too much for Cyborg. I don't know.
Okay. All right, Guitar Babe. So where do you think Dana is going to take the women's division? I'm talking about strawweight, flyweight, you know, bantamweight, and featherweight. You know, where do you think Dana White's taking this whole thing?
Well, the featherweight, I don't even think he really cares. I don't see him really making much effort into developing the featherweight division. So featherweight division, I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. But like I said, I don't think he really cares. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't like the guy. I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do.
Okay. All right.
But just I don't think he's really like that invested into it.
I don't think he is either. Oh man, boy. Speaking for women who follow the sport, yeah, that's pretty serious. All right, Santee, your opinion if you have one, man, because like I said, I can't put you on the spot, man.
Right. Dana White is a greaseball, Mr. Clean, cocky joker. And I can't stand him, man. I can't. He's a bozo. I really can't stand him. He only cares about himself, man. If it's something to do with him, he's going to campaign for that all day long. But as long as it's, I don't think he cares for women that much, period, unless they're kissing his ass. You understand what I'm saying? And even then, he has his favorites and his picks. So as far as with these divisions and to actually put some work into it and to promote it and, to do what you do as far as on your channel and things like that, Dana not going to move like that, man. He's a selfish individual and he cares more about himself than the UFC brand altogether. That's my opinion.
Wow. I'm saying Jimmy J smooth and direct.
I think he's gonna probably end up shelving the featherweight division. If he can't find nobody to fight Chris Cyborg and pay them enough to take that L, he's probably gonna shelve the featherweight division. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's gonna suck if he do that. All right. So anybody got anything else to say about Dana White before we go to this last subject? Because on the last subject, I know everybody might not be down with it. So if you got to leave or exit, but I know me and Lakisha, we're gonna spend a few minutes talking about God Himself, and so I want to trap people into saying, you know, hey, talk about this if you don't feel comfortable with it. I don't like doing that either.
Yeah.
Anybody's got anything to say about Dana White? Okay, all right. Okay, I hear Guitarbabe laughing at him. Okay. Okay.
He's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's a fraud.
Oh, crystal clean, bald headed fool. Okay, all right. Okay, so I guess that's it. The next one, you know, I do it. You know, it'll be straight women's MMA. We're going to talk about just everything women's MMA, and you know, that's going to be the whole topic. But we wanted to, you know, we just want to talk about a variety of different things of what's going on. So, you know, I can kind of get some other brothers' perspective, you know, in the LBBC and just, you know, people that sub to my channel. Okay, the last topic we're going to talk about is God. So, you know, if anybody feel a need, you need to go ahead and close the door. Go ahead and close the door. Now, you know, we're going to take about 10 more minutes or, yeah, because I wanted to stop this. You know, a little bit after 10. All right, who wants to go first?
I'm going to just exit the room because this is not my strong point, but I surely appreciate you having me on here.
Okay, Jimmy J Smooth, live and direct, in full effect, guys. Please go subscribe to this man's channel. You know, he's he real funny, but he's very informative. And you know, definitely, you know, Jimmy, when we'll talk about some other stuff, man. And, you know, we definitely do stuff, man. That I know you can be able to, you know, go back and forth with.
Okay, most definitely. Appreciate you having me, sir.
Man, I appreciate it. And guys, please go subscribe to the channel. Okay. All right. Okay, so Jimmy J Smooth is out. Okay, all right, who wants to start first? We're going to talk about God and, you know, people's opinion and everything.
I don't know what do you want to discuss as far as God
Okay.
and faith? You know, a touchy subject for some. A sensitive.
Yeah. I mean, it's you know, it's definitely a sensitive subject. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you what, then. I guess what is okay. Maybe let me ask a specific question, man. Let me ask a specific question, okay? And I just go down the line. Okay, what is everybody's experience with, I guess, the concept of God and the existence of God, and you know, because I'm not. I mean, I'll just tell you where I start. You know, yeah, I'm one of those people. I do believe in God, but I'm not one of those people that, you know, oh, well, this what you believe? Okay, well, you stupid. You know, I don't do that because you know, I kind of understand where people are and, you know, where they don't want to be. And, you know, people don't want nobody, you know, trying to preach to them. And, you know, people don't want that. You know, people just want to believe they want to believe, and that's what they believe, you know. So I respect people playing. Just like on this this whole chat thing, you know, if it's something that you're not comfortable talking about, then, you know, I would be like, well, why? Why? No, hell, you just don't want to talk about it. That's just how it is, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You definitely don't need to, you know, you need to log off.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Guitarbabe, what's your experience with God? If you believe in God or not?
Well, I grew up in a Christian family. I'm actually adopted. Yeah, I definitely grew up in a Christian family. My parents are missionaries, so we've lived in other countries and stuff. So, you know, growing up, yeah, I believe in God. You know, I do believe there's a God. I may not live the way, you know, I probably should, you know, like according to other people, because, um, you know, it's like people, they see me and, you know, like they know that I grew up in church, but, you know, I'm out at the bar or something, you know, I'm having a drink, you know, drinking with my friends. And, you know, it's like, they say things like people say things like, oh, you believe in God, you grew up in church, but like, why are you at the bar? And like, why can't I go to the bar? You know? Um, yeah, that's kind of like, I mean, I do believe in God, but like, you know, I don't like the judgment that I get from people with, you know, the things that I do, because they have this certain expectation of me because of the way I grew up, and and it's tough, like they expect me to be a certain way, and I'm not always gonna do things that people expect me to do just because of the way I grew up and my background. Like I'm still gonna have fun. I still want to do my thing. I'm still gonna, I can still go out to the bar and drink and, and have fun, party and stuff. That's not gonna, that doesn't, that doesn't change anything, about the person that I am, so that's definitely kind of my experience now.
Okay. Santee. Oh man, I think Santee done. Santee, put it down, man. Come on. Don't drop the mic so fast, man. All right, man. I'm about to come over to your house right now, man. I'm coming over there. All right. I'm at the front door. Okay. Well then, all right. Then I go on. Okay. My experiences, it's been kind of off and on, and and I'm gonna say stuff about getting too deep in this particular conversation. I'm like Guitarbabe. I don't. Yeah, I believe, but I'm not like perfect. I use swear words sometimes. A lot of times I'm trying to not use them. But okay, that makes me a bad person because I use swear words. Then man, I must be a horrible person. But it's just my experience. I've actually had life and death situations not happen to me because I heard a voice and people were saying, "Well, you just heard something in your head." But no, because I remember one day I was going somewhere that I didn't have any place to be, and I've told this story before. When I was about maybe 12 years ago, there was this woman I was dating, and she had just got divorced, and so I was going over the house, I was going over there, you guys put it together, and then so one day I was on my way over there, and I got to the door, and she was at the door, she had on this little nightgown, and she was looking good. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go up in there, we're gonna go do what we do. And I heard this voice saying, "Don't get out the door." I'm like, wait, what's this? So I turned around, ain't nobody back there. I'm gonna get out this door. I'm gonna do what I do. And so when I went to open the door, the voice, it was like, I don't know, it was a strong voice, and it said, "Don't get out there because you're gonna die." I'm like, oh, okay, whoa, run man ain't trying to die. So, I just kind of pulled up, and she said, "Where are you going? Where are you going? You know how many people want to deal with this?" I said, "I do, but I got to go." And you want to know what happened? She called me an hour later, and she told me that her ex-husband kicked the door in, right? Kicked in the door with a shotgun. I said, "Done time here." Now, could you imagine what would have happened if I was still in the house? I mean, if I would have been inside the house. So, that was kind of like my first really wake up call. Like, hey, you better start changing your life because I just I wouldn't do it because I was being food, And yeah, that was my wake up call. So that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, I better get my life right. Thank you, Lakisha.
I grew up in a Christian home. My granddad was a deacon. But for me, what I have learned is that we all hold ourselves accountable. And it's for people who read the Bible. If you don't read the Bible, please don't, start with me. Just saying, the Bible says that we've all fallen short. We've all fallen short. And this is why, I get a little testy when people, talk about her cyborg, okay, yeah, she did it. And I don't know if she's still, but the thing is that we have all, we've all done something. And we can just become so self-righteous, to the point where you can't even you don't see what you do anymore. But it's so easy to look at somebody else's mistakes. It's so easy to point out somebody else, what somebody else does, and I've learned when I started going to church again, I was, you know, trying to just, you know, live this perfect Christian life and just, you know, and and I know it sounds crazy, but it wasn't working because I was just trying so hard to dot every I and cross every T, you know, um, where I started and where I am now, you know, I am learning that, you know, okay, I have to hold an account for myself. And we all do, you know, we all do. And, you know, some people, they're, you know, they have this hate in their heart, you know, unforgiveness and God, you know, he never said, and I don't even know why I'm talking, you know, I'm like all over the place. But, you know, I'm talking about unforgiveness right now. I don't know if somebody needs that. But, you know, he didn't say that it would feel good, you know. And if you read any of the Bible, you study any of the Bible, you know, we try to go so deep sometimes with, you know, Christianity, and we go so deep, you know. Some churches talk about fire and brimstone and, you know, hell and whatnot, and but, you know, Jesus, that he did say, again, disclaimer, if you don't believe in Jesus, it's not gonna make sense to you. You're not gonna have to say. Okay, but you know, we get so deep with it, and Jesus said that, you know, a child can understand his word. So I think that, you know, sometimes we frustrated so much, and, you know, we try to become this super Christian. And granted, there are, you know, preachers out there, and I know people will talk about, you know, that out there having sex with their members and whatnot. First of all, were you called to be a preacher? Most likely not. You know, I'm not saying you might have, but for the most part, you might not have been. And I don't need to be calling you a preacher at this point. You know, but again, he's still man. You know, you know, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. You know, I know what God has done for me. I mean, I've seen it, and I just read a comment where somebody said, "Well, I don't believe anything I can't see." Well, you can't see air, but you sure breathing it. So, I mean, I've studied like different religions, and I respect them. I do. I respect them. I have gotten into it with a Mormon. I've gotten into it with, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses, whatever, you know. And I mean, like I said, I respect them, but I've also researched. I mean, you know, people don't believe in Jesus, don't believe in God, but it's the most talked about thing in the Bible. Is like the world's the number one seller, you know, is the Bible. Last time I checked, but
Hey, coach.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Santee is back.
My bad. I got a phone call in the process. I didn't realize, like, I didn't know if y'all could still hear me or not. But I didn't know. This is the first time I ever got on the Hangout.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I know what it is.
But I want to say I do. I will answer one of the questions before I go. But I gotta call my old lady back. But to one of the questions, and I want to say I appreciate every last one of you and being here on this panel and being able to chop it up with y'all.
I appreciate you. You were so informative.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. You know, hey, I ain't hit you up on the phone in a long time, though, man.
Yeah, man. We got to do this more often.
Yeah, man.
Well, what was the topic of discussion? I don't mean to come right in the middle and cut nobody off. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you got to go, man. We were just talking about everybody's experiences with God. You know, everybody kind of talked about. Well, I think everybody answered the first question. The second question is, you know, have you ever had an experience with God? And, you know.
Experiences with God. I grew up in a household predominantly Jehovah's Witness, which I really didn't like going. You know, My mom made us keep the same church clothes for a long time until they didn't fit. And if you hid your clothes, then you didn't have to go, but you got a whooping, you know. So really, as I get older, you know, I believe in the Most High. That's at least what I call him. But I decided just not really to go. I look at it from a point of I believe in God. I respect everybody's faith and whatever you choose to whatever religion you choose. But I don't go into any more churches or the kingdom halls or temples, whatever. It's not my thing. And I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
I don't think it's just because of the situation of you know, my mom like forced to go when you're a kid, but I think it's more so the case of I believe you can study your faith anywhere. Whatever your religion, you can study it anywhere without going into a certain particular place. And there's mischief and all types of jealousy and envy and criticism everywhere. If you go there in a place looking for it, I do want to add that on. But like I said, I respect everybody's faith. It's just for me in particular, I don't want to get up and do that with my Sundays. I just don't. I believe in the Most High every day. I believe that there's a reason why I'm here and why I'm blessed the way that I am. It's not just because of books that I've read and the intelligent people that I've been around. You know, I've received a lot of blessings and I'm still receiving them right now. And I definitely believe in the Most High. But yeah, I'm gonna shake out of here, man, because my old lady she's definitely waiting for me. But like I said again, I appreciate every last one of you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
All right now.
I'm gonna hit you up on the back end tomorrow, bro. Yeah.
All right, man. Call me, man. We'll call anytime after 2:30, Coach. You know, I gotta get up at 4:30 and go to work.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely know your schedule.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
All right. Good. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, man. Hey, you take it easy, man.
You too, my brother.
All right, man.
Peace.
Okay, so Guitar Babe. What kind? I think the question is, what kind of experiences like have you ever had? Like any kind of like experiences where God was actually telling you, hey, you need to do this.
I don't. It's been a while. I mean, I don't know if I can answer like that. I can talk about something. I can answer a question where like God has like been there for me. I guess I can. Let me see how I can put it. Last year, I injured my knee really bad from a rugby match, and I had to be off work for a few months. I didn't know how I was going to get money. I had family donate money to me, which helped. And, I mean, I really didn't know what I was going to do. So my mom and I were really just I was just like really praying to God, just kind of like, what am I going to do? Like, I can't live these next 3 months, with the hospital bills that are going to be coming, like, what am I going to do? I don't have an income. But people then started helping, they helped with food, bringing food to my house when I was laid up in the bed. People helped out with money. And I think what he was like trying to tell me is to not worry so much, like to depend on him and work and like kind of like just, he was basically telling me not to worry, that he's going to take care of me and that I have to trust him and not like worry so much and like freak out when I get into a situation like that. Because, I believe God puts us in those situations to show what he can do for you in those situations. So I think that's what he was trying to tell me, trust him a little bit more.
Okay, man. So you basically had to have faith to get the money that you needed for the surgery, or to actually get your knee, checked out by the doctor.
Oh yeah, it was scary. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I'd never had an injury like that before.
And everything worked out.
Everything worked out. Everything's good. I'm still working and still playing rugby.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. The brother Santee, he said something about churches before he left. Okay, so now I'm gonna just kind of ask you guys, what do you guys think about churches? Okay, and we got probably roughly about 10 more minutes. Cause I know you got to work, Lakisha, and I'm pretty sure, Guitar Babe, you gotta, well, I don't know, you gotta go snore soon. I don't know what you gotta do, but I was gonna give us a time. But anyway, what you think about churches, Lakisha?
Churches. Wow. I personally think we have too many of them. I do. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, but what I can say about Jehovah's Witness, you don't see them with a lot of churches. They don't. These mega churches, and I'm gonna put it this way. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about, supposed man or woman of God, but to me, if you're gonna sit up here and set up a church just for money, that's blood on your hands. You are gonna have to answer to God for that. I think there are a lot of churches out here that are churches, and and you do what you're supposed to do. You don't sit up here and try to take people's money and sleep with the the congregation and all this mess. But I personally think it's too many of them. We have to. All these mega churches. It's hard to say because you don't, you kind of don't want, you don't want to, mess with that. But like I said, it's just a lot of them. I never seen. It's in my area. I say, there are so many of them, and it's like my question is like why, to me that's saying a lot. It's are we saying we really can't get along? We can't, this is like a church on every corner. They're like McDonald's or 7-Eleven, just setting up shop everywhere. So it's nothing wrong, with trying to find a good church and all, but I would just say use common sense.
Okay. Guitar Babe. Your experiences with
I've been to a lot of churches in my lifetime, just with my parents being missionaries and us having to travel around. Yeah, a lot of them, they've been really different. They all believe in the same thing, God and, Jesus died on the cross and stuff. I don't know. It could be just me. I just feel like maybe it's just so repetitive, because, I've been going to church my entire life, and it's repetitive, like a lot, it's repetitive. They do the music, pastor preaches, and everybody goes home. It just seems, yeah. I don't know. Just in my experience, it's just repetitive anymore.
Yeah. And some people, and it's sad because you have people that they go to church more than Jesus does, and it's like you don't see, it's like you're the same person, you're still evil, hateful.
Yeah.
It's like what in the world, so and some people, they're very dedicated, and and I mean, and
I
you're really
hate
involved.
saying that because I hate to say
But
that
it's
because
true.
I do like my church. I like my church. I really do. I like going. If people are great. It's just, yeah.
It's just, I mean, to me, people think, okay, once you join the church, I mean, that's your life. No, it's not.
No.
It. I can go to church and I can be involved, and I can still go out and go to the movies and um go out with my friends, whatever. I don't know, have tea, coffee, crumpets, whatever, And but some people, that's all that they do, and some people, honestly, I feel that they use God as a whip. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't do this, then God is gonna do this, and God is gonna do, and you're basically scaring somebody, and that's what I don't like about what some people do.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't change me. It doesn't move me. And some people use certain excuses, and understandably, you're gonna have bad people. You're gonna have people to sit up here and use other people, calling themselves, pastors, preachers, whatever. You're gonna have those people. Just like in the world, you're gonna have robbers. You're gonna have people to do things like that. But it does not change faith in God. What I have seen, what I've seen Him do in my life, like
Yeah.
you can't explain it. I can't explain to you. It. All I know is that it was God. So, like I said, I think everybody, you have to account for yourself. Really, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can sit up here and can disagree and say there's no God, whatever. But I mean, when you leave here, you're gonna have to hold account for yourself, and then, and God is not gonna ask you, well, what did this person do to you? What did that person do to you? He's gonna ask you, what did you do? What did you do? And that's I guess that's how I try to live my life. And like you said, no, I'm not perfect. No, nobody is. No one person is, and we're gonna make mistakes, and some people will hold that against you and say, oh, well, I thought you were a Christian. Well, okay, well, so what are you doing?
Yeah,
It's like, don't worry about me. You need to worry about what you're doing. What are you doing? So
yeah.
I mean, it's not an excuse for me either to, but it's at the same token, it's like, I can excel and I can be man enough to say what I've done and what I need to do, whatever. But it's like, homie, you gonna leave here too,
Yeah.
What do you? But it's and these so-called, and I call them imposters. I seen one where the pastor had HIV. I mean, you're making it for people who are really there without.
Some of these pastors got to say, like, stay out of control. Like, I go to a church, and I enjoy my church because he's doing a lot in the community, and then my pastor doesn't take a salary. I mean, he's actually, he turned into an author. He was a tennis instructor, and God told him to go preach, so he stopped, started teaching tennis. Not an author, but he also passes to the church, and church has grown, but he's actually taken a lot of the money to keep the church operational, but he took the majority of the funds and built an apartment complex right across the street from the church. So people with low income housing can actually afford to live in those apartments. And then the money that they collect from the apartment complexes, he took that money and he built a women's shelter, for women that are battered. He built a shelter for that. And it's like a home in there. They have ministry in there. They have, cook. They get served food 3 meals a day. And he's going to take the money from the next low-income housing apartment complex, and he's going to build another soup kitchen, for people that are homeless. So he's trying to do a lot of stuff in the city And I can understand, and you know, I like it too when they don't browbeat you over the head and say, well, you need to give $1 million, you know, so I can get me a jet. You know, I mean, he doesn't do that. I mean, he'll just say, you know, if you feel led to give, you know, then you give. If you don't feel led to give, then don't give. But you know, he always says that God is always going to provide what we need, and it's my heart to really help people in the city. So it's a lot of different things, man. Even, you know, people that need assistance, you know, with bills, you know, rent, stuff that they can't, you know, that people on hard times. It's even a program for them that people can go in after service, you know, talk to a church counselor, sign up for it. And, you know, they're not sitting there, you know, investigating your whole life. They just, you know, they just want to help, you know. So that's why I go to my church. And also this pastor, you know, he was instrumental in saving my whole life because, you know, I was doing those, you know, my life is bad. You know, I was doing some really horrible things. And he kept telling me that if I don't change, then something would happen to me. And it's weird that that instance that I told y'all about happened because God had to speak to me in an audible voice so I would change. But yeah, he was telling me and he was just mentoring me and just doing a lot of stuff that pastors don't have to do, you know, because most of them guys, you can't find them, you know. And they'll put a church in a bad neighborhood, and then they'll leave the neighborhood. They live 50 miles away from the church, and if you try to call them, you got to talk to 10 other people before you can talk to them. I mean, he gave me and the whole church his phone number. He put it up on the screen and said, "This is my phone number. If you need to get up with me, you get up with me." And you know, and if you call and if he doesn't answer your call within the same hour, he's going to return the phone call. So I knew it was genuine, you know. When he said, look, you got a lot of potential, but you know, you're sad, you know, you've just been, you know, you haven't taken life seriously. And I was at those points in life, you know. I was really down and I was like, oh God, you know, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do certain things. I don't know. For whatever reason, I had given up. And he knew that I had given up because I looked good on the outside, you know, I was dressing nice, smelling nice, you know, all of that. But he saw right through me, you know, being a phony. And he said, you know, I know that you really don't take your life very seriously. You've been contemplating having life. I said, yeah. I mean, he got me. He got me red-handed. And I knew that anybody who can tell me that, I knew that they had to be a God. So, let's go with that church. And I go. Okay. Well, y'all, you know, I enjoy talking to y'all. I know, you know, we'll, you know, go on broadcast. I want to ask y'all a couple things, and then, you know, kind of want everybody, but and everything, because you know we got trolls. We got trolls running around here. Them jokers are trying to find your whole life if you let them. But anyway, y'all, I really appreciate y'all, you know, getting on, and you know, we'll talk, you know, how to make it better, you know. Because I don't like people being put on the spot. That's my one thing. Yeah. And that's probably the educator in me, you know, just being teaching children for so long. It's just, you know, put people on the spot. You know, I actually want people to be comfortable and, you know, that kind of stuff. But, you know, anyway, it's been fun, y'all. I've had fun.
My first time doing. It's my first time doing a chat, so I was a bit shy. So I apologize.
Okay. Well, hold on.